You can try and convince your primary care doctor to, go to get more advanced testing, or if you have the means and ability to go to more of a tick-borne specialist or a functional medicine doctor, or you already have that person in your arsenal, then I would suggest getting more involved testing, and obviously I'm biased towards galaxy testing because of what we do, but I think really making sure that you're testing not only for Lyme disease, but for all pathogens and, really understanding what's on board is important.
Yeah, definitely. So, speaking of Galaxy Diagnostics, can you talk a little bit more about how you may differ from other diagnostic companies or what you guys are doing in particular when it comes to research and figuring out how to, better our diagnostics for tick-borne disease overall?
Yeah. Um, so you mentioned, I have a kind of a personal experience with Lyme, right? And so on that, with my husband, he got sick, misdiagnosed. And so I've been an entrepreneur pretty much my whole career, right? Right out of college, my professor started a company. I got the bug for entrepreneurship early, and I'm an engineer and a scientist. And so on the other end of my journey with my husband, Russ, I'd worked in diagnostics before, and I
Mhm.
was like, okay, this is the key problem that needs to be solved because trust me, there's a lot of problems in tick-borne disease, but
That's a whole other episode.
that's a whole other episode. But if you cannot get an accurate diagnosis, that is to me like the quintessential first problem that needs to be solved because you're never going to solve the therapeutic problem if you don't know what you're fighting.
Right.
Again, Babesia treatment is different from Bartonella treatment, which is different from, Lyme treatment. And so step number one, in my opinion, is get a good diagnostic on board.